Assalamu alaikum and a very pleasant morning, girls. Now we are going to see Oh Captain, My Captain analysis, themes, okay, and his thought. Okay, here theme of the poem is this poem expresses a lament on the death of American President Abraham Lincoln. Okay, that is one of the most important theme. He led America and won civil war while people were very happy. Okay, so it is a lament on the, that is lamenting, that is a feeling or expressing sorrow, sadness on the death of American President Abraham Lincoln. Okay, here that is enjoying peace, celebrating victory. The captain Abraham Lincoln was shot dead. Poet memories Abraham Lincoln through this poem. Here he has used a rhyme scheme, that is his I told you in the introduction part itself, that is he used to write like free verse. Okay, he's not following the rhyme scheme. He used to write freely. Okay, there is no such pattern. Here figures of speech, he has used repetition and personification. A repetition, that is oh captain, my captain, that is repeated, that is refrain. And personification, he personifies the person, that is Abraham Lincoln. Okay, yes or no, girls? Okay, here a special features in the poem is this poem is a elegy. Okay, the language is metaphorical and figurative. The tone of the poem is solemn. The speaker is very sad about the death of his captain. That is, here who is captain? Captain, that is Abraham Lincoln. Lots of implied meaning are used in this poem. Here the favorite line, that is oh captain, my captain. Why I like the poem? Because I like the poem because I also honor Abraham Lincoln and his work for humanity. Abraham Lincoln, who was the president of America, was very generous, kind for person. Okay, and his work for humanity. Is it clear? Okay. Oh Captain, My Captain is an elegy written by Walt Whitman, as we know, in the year 1865 to commemorate the death of, there is a lament to the death of President Abraham Lincoln. It was first published in sequel to Drum Tapes, a collective of Whitman's most famous collection of poems, that is Leaves of Grass. Is it clear? Here in this poem he says that oh captain, my captain, that is our hard journey is over. The ship has survived every storm. Here the speaker says to his captain that our hard journey is over now. The ship has survived every storm. That is there, and we have won the prize we have been waiting for. The port is closed, that is the harbor is near. Okay, and he says that the port is close by and I hear bells ringing and people celebrating. All their eyes are on the steady ship. Okay, that bold and brave vessel, but oh my heart, there is in this line, my heart, he says, look at the drops of blood on the deck where my captain is lying cold and dead. Is it clear? Okay, here Walt Whitman wrote this poem to honor Abraham Lincoln. Okay, since Lincoln's passing meant so much to him, because Whitman sees Lincoln as his real hero. Okay, Whitman was inspired to write this well-known poem O captain, my captain, as a tribute to him. Okay, as a tribute to him. It was just a simple poem of sorrow and grief over the president's, but it became a famous symbol for when despair can sometimes overcome the joy of victory. Okay, because at the end they have won the battle. Okay, they have won the war. So sometimes it overcomes the joy of victory. Is it clear, ma? Okay, then here he says at first the mood of the poem is happy and joyous because the civil war ended and the Union won because they have won the battle. But then the flag is flung for you, the bugle trills. This means that the president has died. After the winning, after the victory, what happened? The president has died. That is, the captain has died. Now, right? Yes or no? For that only, the speaker is asking him to wake up. That is, oh captain, my captain, get up and listen to the bells. Get up, they are waving the flag for you. They are playing the bugle for you. They have brought buckets and wreaths with ribbons for you. All these people are crowding on the shore for you. The swaying crowd is calling for you, and all the people's eager faces turning towards you. Here, captain, my dear father, I will put my arm under your head. I must be dreaming that on the deck you are lying cold and dead. And the speaker says him that please wake up because they are that is they are flag, that is the flag is flung for you. They are wiggles the trills, and he says that they are waiting for you and they are calling you, okay, as an excitement. Okay, the swaying crowd is calling for you and all the people's eager faces turning towards you. So my captain, my father, my dear father, please wake up. Okay, the author is describing his grief and sorrow for Lincoln and is reflecting on how much President Lincoln did for America. Okay, if we see the history of America in the presidency of Lincoln, we can easily judge how much he has done. Okay, so every citizen of America can be lament on the death of Lincoln still. Okay, is it clear? So Walt Whitman wholeheartedly agreed with everything Lincoln fought for and greatly respected and admired him. Okay, he believed in keeping the country as one nation because he wanted to eradicate the slavery in America. Is it clear? He wants the country as one nation. He don't want divided. Is it clear? Okay, so that Whitman admired and respected him. Okay, he calls him a real hero. Okay, is it clear, ma? Okay, then that is the first 8-line analysis. Yesterday itself I have given you the whole thing. Here again the repetition. Okay, Lincoln, the Civil War is over. It was horrible, but we have won. The end has come and everyone is celebrating. Soon after, though, everyone's attention is directed to you, your fallen body. Oh, it hurts to see the place where your lifeless body lays. Here, my captain isn't answering me. His lips are pale and unmoving. My father does not feel my arm beneath his head, since he has no pulse or consciousness, because he is dead, right? Okay. The ship has anchored safely, that is, reached safely and stand, and the journey is over. Okay. After this hard journey, the victorious ship has returned with its prize. Let the crowd celebrate, and the bell rings. Meanwhile, I slowly and sadly walk across the deck where my captain is lying cold and dead. Here, symbol and important images are like Captain Abraham Lincoln, prize, that is end of slavery, object 1, that is end to civil war. Okay, is it clear? Then the tone and mood of the poem is beginning, it is celebratory, a time for rejoicing or victory because they have won the battle. Middle, disbelief of tragedy, that is the poet, the speaker is not ready to accept the reality, as accept the tragedy. Okay, he disbelieves of tragedy. And Yan, the realization of the tragedy of the death of the captain, that is at last he realizes that that is his captain has fallen cold and dead, that is he accepted the reality, that is the death of the captain. Is it clear? Okay, that is elegy. Elegy, I told you before itself, it is a lamenting poem, that is which expresses sadness or sorrow about someone's death. Okay, elegy is traditionally written in responses to the death of a person or a group. A poem of mourning, that is showing or expressing their grief. 3 stages of loss. A lament, where the speaker expresses grief and sorrow. Praise and admiration of the idealized dead. In and all, consolation and solace. And the theme here, O Captain, my Captain, themes are like victory and loss. Even as the poem O Captain, my Captain celebrates the end of the American Civil War, it is also an elegy for President Abraham Lincoln. Victory and loss are thus closely interwoven throughout the poem, because in one side they have won the battle, and the other side they lost their president, a kind person, a humanist, a generous person, right? Yes or no? So that is victory and loss is the major theme in this poem. Is it clear? Okay. Victory and loss are thus closely intertwined throughout the poem. On the one hand, its mourning is tempered with joyful reminders that the war is won. That is, and here we can say like victory and loss is such, like in the seashore, in the harbor, the people are very excited, they are enjoying, they are very joyous to receive, they are very happy to receive the captain and the troop. What happens? The other side, the speaker knows that the captain has fallen cold and dead, the captain has dead now. Okay, that also we can take it as a victory and loss. Is it clear? Okay. Then, in this sense, Whitman's poem illuminates the lingering pain and trauma of losses sustained in war, as well as the impossibility of ever separating the triumph of victory from its human cost. Because it is simply we can say that we have won the battle, but those who have lost their lives, their families will not digest the thing. Okay, they will not believe that the tragedy has happened. Okay, it is not a victory for them. Okay, is it clear, ma? Okay, in its juxtaposition of the language of loss and victory, okay, that is the two opposite thing, victory and loss. Oh Captain, my Captain uses poetic form of model the close relationship between triumph and pain. At first, it seems as if this will be a poem celebrating the victory of the Union in the Civil War. As the poem starts, we thinks that it is about a celebrating poem of it is a poem about celebrating the victory, okay, of the Union in this Civil War. The speaker congratulates President Lincoln on steering the metaphorical ship of state through every rag, that is storm, and declares that the prize we sought is won. Okay, in that, by reading that line, by seeing that line, we come to know that they have won the battle. Okay, it is like a joyous thing. It is like celebrating the victory and the first thing. Okay, yes or no? However, the halfway through this triumphant first stanza, the speaker breaks off. But, okay, in that line, we come to know that it is not about. In that way, we comes to know that it is not about a poem of victory. Okay, but oh heart, 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 my captain lies, fallen cold and dead. The sudden appearance of the qualification, but oh heart, reveals to the reader that not all is well. Okay, by reading that line, we come to know that it is not about the celebrating, that is a victory, celebrating the victory, it is about something. Okay, the poem scarcely has time to celebrate triumph before facing loss. One of the poem's painful ironies is that its celebrations are intended to honor the leader who won this victory. Yet, President Lincoln is not there to witness the triumph. This is made all the starker by the joyous scenes that begins each stanza. There are ringing bells, bouquets, wreaths, and cheering crowds. The poem juxtaposes, there is opposite words. Okay, that is celebrating, that is loss and victory, joy and sad. Okay, these moments, vibrancy and happiness with the body of the captain, which is cold, dead, pale, and still. Okay, that is juxtapositions as used in this poem. The speaker also emphasized that all of these celebrations are for President Lincoln, with the repetition of the word "you." Here, in the second stanza, he says that for you the flag is flung, for you the beagle trills, for you buckets and ribbon wreaths, for you the shores are crowding, for you they call. Okay, the poet repeats 5 times the repetition of the word "you." The repetition of the word further underscores the poignancy of Lincoln's absence from his own celebration, because he was dead. Yes or no? Okay. And the other theme is loyalty. Loyalty, commitment to the fallen leader. And coming of age, a speaker trying to force himself to believe or to understand what has happened. Death, abrupt and unexpected glory in death. Okay. This also the themes. Even small formal features like the poem's punctuation register the tension between celebration and mourning. As the speaker's emotion descends from joy to grief, there is opposite words, juxtapositions he has used. For example, the exclamation points after "Oh, Captain" and quotations in the first stanza seem like enthusiastic celebrations of victory. Later in the poem, however, the meaning of the exclamation points begins to subtly change. To "O heart" becomes an exclamation of grief and dismay. Okay, here we can see the changes. Okay, celebrating becomes what? What, girls? Mourning, right? Yes or no? Okay, celebration has become now mourning. Then the second stanza take on even darker connotations, since it's now clear that the speaker is addressing a dead man rather than a living leader. Is it clear? Okay. The five total exclamation points in this stanza take on a desperate quality, as if the speaker is begging the fallen leader to come back to life again. Okay, he is telling, for you, for you, for you, for you only, everything is waiting. For you only, the bells is ringing. For you only, the flag has flung. For you only, the people are crowded in the seashore. In excitement, they are making noises. Okay, to receive you. And by the final stanza, there is only a single exclamation point marking the poem's newly restrained tone of quiet grief. The tone has changed to grief. The speaker acknowledges that the world around him is celebrating. Exult, O shores, and ring, O bells. But he walks with mournful tread, grieving even as the country rejoices. Throughout, the speaker dramatizes the painfully close relationship between loss and victory. The celebration of the Union drum is reframed by the reminder that the country has paid a dear price. Whitman seems to argue that loss and victory are closely linked in all wartime settings, where victory always requires the expenditure of human life. Okay, is that clear, ma? Okay, then here we can see the theme of individual versus the nation. Okay, here because Lincoln wants his country, he wants to see his country as a nation. Okay. And the ship is also symbolism. Here, the final thought. Although the poem departs from the style of Whitman's other poems, it is his most popular and most celebrated. Okay, his vivid image, that is clear image. Okay, his clear presentation of images and use of emotion draws in the reader and leaves a sense of loss and emptiness. Okay, because by reading the poem itself, we felt like sad. Yes or no? We can imagine the grief, right? Yes or no, girls? Yes, of course, we can imagine. Okay, how much they have felt for the loss. Okay, this is the same loss that was felt by the American people when their captain Abraham Lincoln was brutally and unexpectedly murdered. Okay, in a time of new beginning in America, the people needed a poet like Walt Whitman and a poem like "O Captain, My Captain." Is it clear, ma? Okay. Have you understood clearly, girls? Okay. Then tomorrow we will see the next thing. Okay. Here he represents everything, okay, as the storm, the struggle between the war, and the speaker says that we are going to reach the harbor, that is we are near to reach, because he is able to hear the church bell Okay, and he is addressing his captain to hear that bell, and he is telling that he can see the flag is flunging, that is flying, and he says that people are waiting with bouquets in their hand, and they are they are shouting in excitement to receive the captain. Okay, and after telling all those things, what he comes to know that the captain has dead now, and he has become pale, and still he is not at all moving. And after seeing that, he is taking his head into his arm, and he addressing that for you only everything has done, and you are lying for that is cold and dead now. Okay, and his expressing his great grief, that pain. Okay, then at last, what in the before in the second stanza, he is not able to believe that the captain has dead now, and at the last stanza, the final stanza, he accepts the reality, the tragedy was has happened, that is the death of the captain. And as they reach, the people are very excited, and they are making noises, that is they are shouting in excitement that they have won the battle, that is civil war. Okay, and what the speaker is doing, the speaker is simply slowly and in a mournful, in a heavy heart, he goes to the deck and to the captain, and simply goes there and stands. Is that clear, ma? By this, the end of the thing. Okay, if you have any doubts, please do ask, girls. Then only I can clarify your doubts. Do comment in the Google Classroom, girls. Okay, thank you. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Bye bye.